Hi everyone, today we're going to do something that I don't usually do, meaning that we're going to fold a tessellation. This is the diamond tessellation that I just came up with, and I'm really happy with it and I'm excited to teach it to you. So with that being said, here's how to fold it. Alright, so for a model this size, I'm going to use a 10-inch square. This model is very hard, and as you can see by the timeline, it takes quite a while to make. Alright, so we're actually going to start this model colored side up, and we're going to do everyone's favorite thing, which is folding a 32 by 32 grid. So let's start by valley folding in half. Alright, now let's unfold, and let's valley fold both edges to the center line. Alright, now let's unfold. And then you want to bring this edge at the bottom up to this crease. Now let's unfold. Then let's bring this edge up to the first crease. Let's unfold, rotate, and repeat. So let's bring this edge up to this crease this time. And let's unfold, and then bring this edge up to this crease. Let's unfold, and then now we have eighths, so now we need to fold it into 16ths. So let's bring this raw edge up to the first crease. Let's unfold, and then let's skip this crease and let's go up to this one and fold all the way across. And then let's skip this crease and let's go up to this crease, so just bring the edge up. Let's do it again, skip this crease, and go up to the final crease. Alright, now let's unfold, rotate, and repeat. So bring the raw edge up to the first crease. Let's skip this one and go up to this crease. Alright, now it gets tricky because of the extra creases, so let's just bring the paper up until this length matches this length, and it should line up with one of the creases. So in this case it's this one, so let's valley fold all the way across. And then again, you want to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 creases, and valley fold all the way across. Alright, and now we have 16ths. Now you could fold this model in 16ths, you could fold it in any size really, but I want to do 30 seconds because it just looks a bit nicer. So what we're going to do now is turn over, and let's bring this first crease up to the second crease using a pleat. And what's really important is you want to crease this very sharply so that it sort of creates a crease through the bottom layer as well as the top layer. And this will set us up for folding 30 seconds. And then let's do the same with this edge, fold it up to the crease right next to it. And again, making sure to crease this very sharply on the edge. And just keep doing this until you reach the top. And for the last one, we can just valley fold this edge down. And then let's mountain fold on the existing crease right here. And then let's make a nice sharp crease here so that the crease goes through all layers. Alright, now we have this, and we're just going to sort of accordion fold. So let's valley fold this bit up. This should be easy because of the hard crease we made, or at least a little bit easier. Then let's mountain fold on this existing crease, and valley fold here. And then just keep making series of mountains and valleys until you reach the top. Alright, now we have this, and if we unfold it, make sure it's on the colored side. Now we have to make 30 seconds in the other direction, but I won't show that on camera because you can rewind back and you can do 30 seconds in the other direction. Alright, so now we have our 32 by 32 grid, and now before we start the tessellation we have to do a few steps before so that we can prepare. So let's make this end mountain fold and this end valley fold like that. Alright. And then now we want to do not this mountain fold, but this mountain fold. We're going about 4 units over, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's this mountain, and we bring that over to the side. So we should have 2 pleats, and then this gap in the middle of 2 units. Then let's get 2 units over here to the next mountain fold, and then let's pleat that to the right this time. And then let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, and there should be a mountain fold here. And let's valley fold over to the corner, and then do the same here. And then we're just going to keep going along doing the same thing. Alright, and now we have the pleats to set us up for the model. Alright, so we have a few more pre-creases now that we have to make, so let's zoom in to the top. And first things first, we're going to make a diagonal for 2 units. So from this point to this point, we're just going to mountain fold diagonally downwards. Like that. Let's unfold. And then let's make another diagonal mountain fold between this point and this point. Alright, so we have that. Let's unfold. And we're just going to keep going across the pattern, just making a zigzag of these pre-creases. Alright, so now if we hold it like this, we should have these kind of ups and downs, and we should make sure that these pleats are still folded when we do that. Alright, now we have to make 4 X's across this pattern. Again, this is pre-creasing. So we're going to start at this point right here, and we're going to fold 4 units down this way. So that was 1, this is 2, this is 3, and then down here this is 4, and this should go through the left side of the pleat. So we have a diagonal line like this, and then we're going to do the same in this direction. So pleat down starting from here should also line up with this diagonal as well. So that was 1, this is 2, and at that second one it should intersect with the one before. Then let's go 3, and then 4, and that should reach the edge. So it's 4 units down. So now we should have an X that looks like that. I'm going to repeat that 3 more times, here, here, and here. Okay, now we should have this pattern, which you can kind of see is sort of a diamond motif, and these are the pre-creases for the first quarter of our tessellation. Alright, so we're going to start putting the top layer together, and this is quite hard to teach because it's kind of based on intuition and doesn't really have any true steps, but I'll try to break it down as easy as I can. So let's start here, and then let's unfold this pleat, and using these two existing creases, we're going to continue them to make a downwards pointing triangle. So let's extend it, and it should look like that. Alright, now we're going to form a diamond underneath it using this existing hump and then this existing hump as well. So let's take this first and let's extend it down 1 unit, and then let's make a crease here to connect with that. Alright, and then this is the start of the diamond shape, and we're going to do the same on this left side. We're going to fold this, just a little pinch, and then pinch this, and now we should have this diamond shape in the middle. Alright, now we're going to use existing creases to collapse this part. So let's push this in, and we're trying to form sort of like an inverted water bomb base. So, and this is all on the existing creases, this bit. So we're going to essentially reverse fold this outer edge inside. And yeah, of course, use your hand behind to provide support for this. And then up here, you want these two mountain folds to come into play by going like that. And then you have to kind of squish it together and flatten it. Let's go on the other side. And then we can clean this up a little bit. We'll make these more sharp mountain folds. And as you can see on this side, it looks very similar to a water bomb base here with this X pattern. So if we flatten it, turn it over, it should start to look like this. Oh yes, and then pinch these two sides in. Alright, so you form these two creases here, and then now you can flatten it like this. And then this is one part of it, and you have to do that across here. So I'll do this again. So you want to unfold the pleat, you pinch the triangle that points downwards, then we have to pinch the diamond. So let's use this crease and this crease, and let's pinch here, extending the fold, and we're going to make 4 pinches, so they're all here, like that. And then, yeah, let's push these sides in, and then again, you want to make this mountain fold that we already have, and then here you want to push this in and make the inverted water bomb base. And this is kind of just fixing any little glitches, I guess you could call it, in the paper. And then we can pinch these together. And then we'll make 2 folds, one here and one here. And that will help us to collapse it. So we have these 2 folds, and then once we push it downwards, this will follow. But before we do that, let's turn over, and then let's look at this start of a water bomb base, and let's just pinch these folds nice and sharp. And then let's turn over. Then now we can use these 2 small diagonal creases that we made, and then flatten it, or at least flatten as best as you can. Let's push this in just to get it out of the way. And then now we have 2 of these, and I'm going to make 1 more, but I'm going to speed this one up because it is exactly the same as this one. Alright, so there is the 3rd one. And then now to finish it off, we're going to do the 4th one. So let's open up this pleat, And let's push this inside here. And let's make this mountain fold and this mountain fold on the existing creases, like that. And then we're going to push this out actually, and then again make that inverted water bomb base. So it looks like that. And then let's reverse fold this edge inside. Alright, and now one more thing before we move to the next row. We're going to fix these corners. So let's turn it this way. Let's open it up. And then again we're going to extend this pinch mark down to form a triangle. So one mountain fold here, then a mountain fold here, and then now we have to close it back up again, which is kind of tricky, but we're going to make sure it's like this and you have this accentuated, and we're going to close it here. But then you'll notice it doesn't want to lie flat here, so we're going to push in here and push this down, and we're going to form sort of a rabbit here. So pinch here and then flatten and then fold it down, and then now we can fold this entire thing flat like that. Oh, and of course do it on this side too. This is just the mirror version of it. Okay, so now that is the first row of the tessellation. Okay, so now we're going to start on the second unit, and this is a bit different because it does not include the raw edges. So first off, let's fold this first layer of raw edges up just to get it out of the way, just valley folding it upwards. Like that. And now we're going to do the same thing where we made the 4 X's, but we're actually going to skip a few rows actually. So let's open this up and find where the last X was. And you'll see that the X ends right here, right before this bump. And we're not going to start pinching here, we're actually going to count 4 units down. So let's start at this point, so then we go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then let's fold it up, so that is this point here. Let me look at it from this way. So if we're thinking about this point, then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm getting mixed up with the counting. So sorry, it ends here, and then we have to go down 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So it's there. If we fold this back up, it is this point. So we start diagonally folding at this point, 4 units away from the last X. So let's diagonally fold down 4 units until it reaches the left pleat, like that. And then let's start here, which is perpendicular to this point, and we're going to diagonally fold down again until we reach the edge in 4 units. Alright, so it's like that. So the diagonal X ended here, and then we counted 1, 2, 3, 4 units down, and then we made another X. Then we're going to continue that 3 more times. Okay, so we have our pattern of X's, and it should look like that. Alright, so now we can begin bringing those pre-creases to life again. So, of course, this one's a bit different because it is in the middle. So, let's first start with making this diamond. We want to recreate this diamond without the pleats. So, let's unpleat the left side, make a pinch here and here. Then let's unpleat the right side as well. and then make a pinch here and here to connect the diamond again. There we go. Then let's pinch this side and this side in. Then we're going to make a fold here and a fold here, just like we did here, but instead we're doing it on the top and bottom instead of just the bottom. There we go, and as you can see it looks like a tiny water bomb base, and we'll do the same here. We'll just make 2 little pinch folds to make it look like a water bomb base. Alright, and then let's use existing creases to make an inverted water bomb base here with this X shape. So let's reverse fold this left corner inside. You might want to turn it over, actually, that might help a bit. And then sort of just crease this X that's already here. Alright, and then we can now make the water bomb base in the normal orientation. This just makes it a little bit easier. And you can also point out mistakes a bit easier, like I just did there. Make sure it's only 2 units and not 3, like I did. 2 units here. And then let's turn back over, and then it should look like this, and then we can collapse it here. And then do the same here, but first we're just going to make the inverted water bomb base again. And then we'll make the diamond again here. So yeah, I'll show it one more time. So we're just going to make a pinch here, here. You can see kind of constructing that diamond shape again. And now we can start working on the inverted water bomb base. So let's push this inside and then fix the diamond again, just make it back to normal. And then I guess while we're here, let's make the normal water bomb base, the really tiny one, making a crease here and there. And then yeah, once you've done that, fold it back in place, just getting the creases back to where they were. Alright, so it should look like this, and then we're going to do the same on the bottom again. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfectly fully fleshed out, but let's work on the water bomb on the other side, just to get that precise. Okay, so this is what we were working on, and then once we've got this precise, the other things will fall in place a bit better. This is really the main fold that brings it together. You gotta get the water bomb at the back, like that, and then when you turn over, everything will want to fit in place a bit better. Like you can squeeze it together. You can fold this down now, like that, and you can fold these 2 ones up. Oh, as far as the water bomb on the back, it doesn't really have to lie to the left or right. Right now, it can just kind of chill in the center, I guess. Alright, and then we'll do the same here, and it's the exact same as these 2. Alright, so we've got our 3 again, and we're just going to reverse fold this right corner. So again, let's turn over, just make things a bit easier for us. It's easier to pinch than to valley fold sometimes, so let's just pinch on the existing creases. And then we can turn it this way, and then make sure there's no glitches in the paper again. And then we can kind of bring it all together, kind of collapsing those water bombs. Alright, like that. Then let's turn over, and this is our second set of diamonds. If you want to see what it looks like on the inside, it looks like that. And then, of course, we're not totally done the row yet. We still have to do this bit. So let's open up this pleat. Alright, and then continue this fold and this fold until they meet, making a triangle. And then you want to close it up, but then this side is not going to lie flat, so you have to do sort of a rabbit ear. So let's fold edge to edge here, and then edge to edge here, and then you can collapse it down so these 2 points should relatively touch. And oh, you want to do the same with this side as well, I almost forgot. So you want to make the rabbit ear. What you can do actually is just fold it like this and then bring this edge up. That makes it a bit easier and faster. Like that. And then again, it's of course just the same on this side, turning the reverse fold into a triangle. Alright, and then that is the second row. And of course you can always go back and make the creases a little more crisp. Alright, so now it's time for the third row, and I'm going to speed this up, but I'll give you a few words of advice before doing so. So I'll just show you what it looks like. This is what the corners should look like. So this is one unit. You'll see the diagonal creases here, and then as well as this rabbit ear to end one of the units, and this rabbit ear over here on the left to start a new one. Then also as well, something that I discovered, the counting down 4 units can be very tricky, especially with all these folds in place. So what I'd actually recommend is turning it over, and as you can see, all of these flaps are folded in one direction now. Now that you've flattened it, it would be good to have them in one direction rather than just them sticking up. But it's much easier to count units now, and you can see the end of a water bomb more easily. You can see it's right here. As you can see with the previous row, you can see we counted down 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So let's unfold this, and then we can count down again 1, 2, 3, 4 units. And then you start your diagonal creases here. And this isn't only easier, but it also helps with using the pre-creases, because if it's mountain here, then it will be easier to form the valleys here, and you don't have to reverse as many creases. So yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do. You have to make 4 X's and turn back over, pinch the diamonds here, here, and here, and then sort of just bring it all together, just like we did on this second row. Alright, now there is the third row of the tessellation. Alright, so now we're on the fourth and final row of this, which is right here. And funny thing about this, if you turn it like this, then it looks exactly like the first row. So we're just going to do that. So the first step is to make a zigzag along the top row. So again, let's mount and fold diagonally 2 units. Like that. Let's unfold, and then let's mount and fold 2 units here diagonally, making sure to keep this pleat intact. Like that, and then just repeat the diagonals until the end. Alright, so now we have our pre-creases for the top. And then now we're going to make our X's, but again, we're not going to do it on this side because we're going to do it on this side so that the creases do not have to be reversed when we're putting them together. So let's make an X starting here and then going down 4 units, and then let's do another line going down this way 4 units. Okay, and there we have our pre-creases. Now let's turn over like that, and then let's start up here, and we're just going to pinch the triangles like that. So it's just extending the crease like this, and then let's do that over here twice more. Alright, like that. And then now we're going to, let's make the diamonds. So we're going to use this hump, and we're going to connect the two. So let's extend this diagonal. It also aligns with this diagonal as well. And then let's extend it down with one little fold to this one. And then let's fold diagonal here. And then let's fold this diagonal as well. So now we have our triangle on top of our diamond. And then let's open up here. And then let's extend this diagonal down. And then extend this diagonal down. And then let's fold this in on the existing crease. And then let's push this inwards. And then I guess while we're here, we can pinch here. Then this is the tiny water bomb base. And then we're also pinching here. And then also what you want to keep in mind is here, we're just going to make the little rabbit ear, like that. And then let's turn over, and then let's fix up this little water bomb. Like that. And then, again, fix any glitches in the paper over here. So we turn over, it looks like this. We can fix up anything on this side as well. Alright, so this is the diamond as we did before, and again we're just going to do this twice more. Alright, and then once again we're just going to fix up this corner, so let's open up the pleat, and then let's extend the diagonals, extend the existing creases down so that they touch, like that. And then let's bring it together by doing an inverse water bomb base. So yeah, fold this flat behind, make these mountain folds that were already there, and then let's turn over and then just fix up the water bomb a little bit. And reverse fold this back in, and then let's make this rabbit ear to make it match with this one. Alright, and then if we lie it flat, just make all the creases nice and flat. And it should look like this. But we're actually not done yet, because you'll notice that sometimes it wants to come apart quite easily, and we can fix this a little bit by turning it over, and we see all of these water bombs, these 16 points, and I'll just make them stick up so things are a bit easier, like that. And then now what we want to do is we want to spread squash them. We want to spread squash all 16 of these, so let's open up this little pocket. This can be kind of tricky if you don't have long fingernails. Like that, and then push them apart and make sure not to tear the paper. I've done that before. Like that. Try to make this a perfect square using the existing creases, and then now we're just going to squash on the other 15 corners. Alright, there's our pattern. Even this looks pretty as it is, but what we're looking for is the other side. And this is the completed diamond tessellation. Alright, I hope you're able to fold this. If you were, give yourself a well-deserved pat on the back. This was a very hard model. And in the meantime, have fun folding. Bye.